Miguel Santos had worked the night shift at Nexus Station for 8 years. He knew every corridor, every maintenance shaft, every place where people dumped things they didn't want found. That's how he discovered the Alarai girl hiding behind the waste compactor on level 12. Her crystalline wings cracked and bleeding luminescent fluid. She couldn't have been more than 16 in human years. Her face was streaked with tears that glowed faintly blue, and she flinched when Miguel approached with his cleaning cart. "Easy," he said softly, the way he'd talked to his daughter before the divorce, before Earth became too expensive, before he'd ended up here. "I'm not going to hurt you. You look like you could use some help." The girl's translator stuttered to life. They're hunting me. Please, I just need somewhere to hide until the morning transport." Miguel didn't ask who they were. Didn't ask why. He just saw a scared kid who needed help. He led her to the janitor's closet on level 9, the one that didn't show up on station schematics, gave her his lunch and a spare jacket, and told her to stay quiet. For hours later, station security found her anyway. They also found Miguel, standing between them and the closet, mop in hand like the world's most pathetic weapon. "Step aside," Commander Vexal hissed, his scales rippling with irritation. "That's Princess Shurera of the Alarai Consortium. She's been promised in marriage to consolidate a treaty. You're interfering with diplomatic matters worth billions. She's a kid who doesn't want to marry whoever you're selling her to." Miguel shot back. "That's not diplomacy. That's human trafficking. Or alien trafficking. Whatever. You're fired," Vexal said flatly. "Security, remove him." They dragged Miguel away while Princess Shurera screamed his name, her voice echoing down the corridors until the guards took her too. Miguel was escorted to his quarters, given 30 minutes to pack, and dumped on a transport, heading back to Earth with barely enough credits for a meal. 3 days later, Miguel was job hunting in the slums of Detroit, trying to figure out how to pay rent, when 6 Alarai warships entered Earth's orbit. The news called it a diplomatic incident, an unauthorized military presence, potential act of war. Earth's defense fleet scrambled while politicians panicked and demanded explanations. Then Princess Shurera herself appeared on every broadcast channel in the solar system. "People of Earth," she said, her wings fully healed and spread wide in the formal stance of Alarai royalty. "I am searching for one of your citizens, Miguel Santos, who worked as a janitor on Nexus Station. He protected me when I fled an arranged marriage. He lost his job defending me. I need to speak with him." Miguel's phone exploded with calls before she finished speaking. 12 hours later, he stood in what used to be a warehouse, converted overnight into a diplomatic meeting space, facing a princess who'd brought 6 warships to find him. "You came to Earth for me?" Miguel asked, still wearing his job interview clothes from earlier. "You stood up to armed guard with a mop," Shurera replied. "For someone you just met. No calculation, no political gain. Just because it was right." Her wings shimmered with emotion. "When I told my parents what happened, what you sacrificed, they were ashamed they'd try to force the marriage. They came to apologize and to offer you something." An older Alarai stepped forward, his wings bearing the marks of high rank. "Mr. Santos, my daughter tells me you understand maintenance systems better than anyone she's met. The Alarai Consortium operates 247 stations across 14 systems. We have a chronic shortage of competent facilities managers." He handed Miguel a data pad. Miguel stared at the contract. The salary had more zeros than he could process. "This is the entry position," Shurera interrupted, grinning. "For someone with your experience and moral character, we expect rapid advancement, plus full benefits, housing, education stipends for dependents." She paused meaningfully. "My father also mentioned that our cultural exchange program needs coordinators. Your homeworld has much to teach the consortium about standing up for what's right." "I'm just a janitor," Miguel protested weakly. "You were never just anything." Shurera's voice was firm. "You're Miguel Santos, who saw someone in trouble and helped without hesitation. That's rarer and more valuable than you know." Her father nodded gravely. "The consortium judges species by how they treat the vulnerable. You, a human with limited resources and no political power, risked everything for my daughter. If that represents your species' character, then Earth has much to teach us." Miguel thought about his daughter, who he barely saw anymore because of custody arrangements and costs. Thought about the contract in his hands that could change everything. Thought about the scared girl behind the compactor who'd somehow brought warships across the galaxy to say thank you. "When do I start?" he asked. Sharera's laugh was like crystal chimes. "How about now? We've got 247 stations, and I've heard the one on Nexus has a terrible facilities management problem. Someone's been letting commanders abuse their power." Her wings flicked with satisfaction. "I thought you might want to help fix that." Miguel smiled. "Come up." 3 days ago, he lost his job for doing the right thing. Today, he learned that sometimes the universe pays attention, and sometimes it pays back.